The pace car is off. Ricky Rudd, your pole sitter, Jeff Gordon alongside him on the front row as we get rolling here in Darlington for the first of 2 races at Darlington this year. Ricky Rudd already gotten away well against Jeff Gordon. Tony Stewart now looking to the inside of Jeff Gordon back there for second place. And Gary, already here in Darlington, we're seeing Tony Stewart also power around Jeff Gordon. So not the greatest start at all for this 24 car here of Jeff Gordon up on that outside line, already falling back a couple of positions.
That's Jeff Gordon up there on the outside line. That's Jeff Gordon going down into turn 3 here on the outside, just about of Tony Stewart. Oh boy, it's 147 laps around here in Darlington. It's a lengthy one, so there is plenty of time for things to happen here in the Southern 500. But trends I've noticed here from NR2003 specifically, it doesn't seem to matter what you necessarily do to the AI here. It's certainly not usually the greatest state, but Jay, that's something you got to watch out for right there. The Darlington stripe is something that is certainly going to be a very prominent thing for everybody in this field. It doesn't matter what your experience level is. Jeff Gordon proving that right there.
There's the 12 of Ryan Newman hardens the outside wall this time, so now it's also Newman getting into that outside wall, holding up Mark Martin behind him and creating a little bit of a freight train back there.
Well, Jay, here in Darlington, you got to wonder, Mark Martin, who's up there currently, towards the top 10, at least not quite in it. You always wonder, has he peaked too early there in that Viagra machine? Is he driving too hard or too conservative? Is he going soft or hard? Really, the question that we have here in Darlington. But right now, maybe he's finally gotten a bit of a handle on it, Jay. I mean, so far, not even inside the top 10. Usually at this point in the race, Martin, you see him up towards the top 5 and continuously fade as the 12 of Newman's in the wall.
That's the second time Ryan Newman's gotten in the wall, and I see the 40 car. Well. Yeah, the 40 car right there. Marlon got in the outside wall pretty hard right there as well. And this is something that is becoming quite a frequent event. Already 5 laps into this race.
Kurt Busch was just barely able to sneak to the outside of that Lowe's 48 machine, and he's going to take another position in the background. Elliott's in the wall there. But Kurt Busch, I mean, clearly he is on the move early on in this race here into turn 1. So Gordon looks like he's certainly lacking pace. That's, I think, the second time we've seen him in the wall as well.
In the wall big time, that time to turn 2 all the way throughout, and Matt Kenseth in the wall in the background as well. That's a lot of drivers hitting the wall. 11 races complete in this season, so Jimmy Johnson in the outside wall, actually. Hold on a minute, let's see if he's able to navigate this. He does at least keep him from wrecking. Gary, as I was saying, through 11 races, we've had 9 different winners, and 3 of those so far, maybe even 4 of them, if you count Michael Waltrip, have been surprise winners, and we've still yet to see big names like Mark Martin, like Jimmy Johnson, Ryan Newman find their way to victory lane.
But Jay, here we go up at the front. Tony Stewart, he's gotten tired of waiting around, going up the inside. Oh, that makes it easy. We said that's what they needed right there. Was Rudd to get into the outside wall.
Oh, we've had some kind of crash as well.
No yellow. Jimmy Johnson's in the wall as well. And now they all just got rid of what we know is a slower car than the leaders. Now we're going to find out what kind of pace Tony Stewart has in that number 20.
Well, we've also had some kind of crash on the back straightaway, and you'd have to assume it's this 12 car right here of Ryan Newman. Had somehow no caution. We'll go back and grab a replay. Jeremy Mayfield in the outside wall, catches it off turn 2 again, hits Ward Burton, then slides back down the track, collects Ryan Newman. He goes spinning. Newman hits the inside wall, but no caution because it is off the racing surface. While we were away, John Andretti gets into the outside wall and turn number 2, stays in it till the exit, and then Kevin Harvick comes along and absolutely plows him, sends him sliding down the track, and has created the first caution of the day. Should also mention, you notice Tony Stewart no longer in the lead. While we were away, he got in the outside wall in turn 2 and lost the lead, fell back to 5th place. Ricky Craven now leading because of all the pit strategy that we just had under this most recent caution, and that shakes up the top 10 quite considerably. But what also we got to deal with is this 12 car of Ryan Newman without a front end right in front of our leaders immediately. And I mean, I think this shows you how much and how hard it is to pass here in Darlington, because he's way off the pace and he is holding our leaders off quite significantly.
But look at the speed difference here between the 12 and the rest of the field. Unbelievably far off the pace. Burton's going to look up the inside here as he heads down out of turn 4 across the line, and it's only going to be 2 laps to go here in stage 1. And Burton, I think, is going to get clear. You say, well, now that's certainly not going to end well. Newman's up in the outside wall here on the exit of turn 2 somehow. We're able to keep it clean.
Matt Kenseth then makes the move to the inside, coming to grab the white flag in stage number 1, but then immediately he loses all momentum off the corner. Now has to defend from Elliott Sadler. And Gary, this might be a gift to Ricky Craven. Let me not forget to do the command. And there we go as they cross the line this time by Ricky Craven will get the stage win in stage number 1. But here's Jeff Gordon trying to rebound after getting into the wall heavily in stage 1. Had to repair some damage. Here's Ward Burton now getting into the wall heavily in stage number 2. Still in that outside wall. Was 3 wide momentarily. That was very close off the exit of turn 2, but they all get it settled out as he works his way forward. Going to be able to, I think, easily pass this 25 car, which is not a thing we've seen very many cars do here today, Gary. That's probably, I think Mark Martin is the second car other than Kurt Busch we've seen make a move to the inside and be able to get a pass done just like that. So obviously some good speed in the 6 car, but he's also passing some what you would consider back markers as well right now.
About 27th place car right there in that number 25, and now he's got to go about a 26th place car here next against the 36 of Ken Schrader.
There's a caution on the track actually. Once again, the second caution of the day is out, and it's for our winner from last week, Jeff Green. Here's a look at what happened to give us our second caution of the day in Darlington. Mike Skinner touches the outside wall, gets turned by Jerry Nadeau, and then Jeff Green just comes in, has nowhere to go, slams into the 4 car, and both of them suffer pretty heavy damage and just put us under caution once again in Darlington. It is also once again a shakeup in the order because we have a weird pit stop thing happening where the people towards the back of the field get to pit a lap earlier than the actual leaders do. And so that has resulted in, once again, another shakeup in the running order, and it's now gave us Rusty Wallace back in the lead of this, or into the lead of this race. Ricky Rudd up into 2nd place, and then Bobby Labonte. I mean, just the whole entirety of the top 10 has been changed up once again.
We know Kevin Harvick with his whole situation currently there he goes into the outside wall. So maybe we should just stop talking about Kevin Harvick there, because he's not going to be in the stage points after that one. Here we have a battle up front with Dale Jarrett looking to the inside.
Wow, that was easy.
An easy pass on Rusty. I mean, it certainly helps when he plows himself into the outside wall there, and Labonte as well as Rudd and Stewart are all gonna cruise by on the inside, and that's not the first time, Jay. It's like the leaders have been kind of making it easy to pass themselves because they kind of keep putting themselves up there on the wall on pace earlier. But we have smoke up ahead. It's Ricky Craven, actually, a driver that was leading this race earlier there.
Down the back straightaway for the final time in stage number 2, Dale Jarrett has a pretty healthy gap there on Ricky Rudd. He's not going to make any kind of move happen for even the first 3 spots here. All 3 of these spots are going to stay the same off turn 4 for the final time. Dale Jarrett gets a stage win here in this 2002 season, and that also as well shakes up this order entirely. You look a little bit further back, Gary. Just look at all these guys right here in a big line, still stuck behind this 41 actually of Jimmy Spencer. You got the 99 of Burton, Kenseth, Jeff Gordon, Dale Jr., Kevin Harvick right behind them, Jimmy Johnson back here as well. There is a huge conga line basically of the big name drivers who we expect to be up front, all right now running outside this top 15, some outside the top 20.
Jimmy Johnson on that inside of Harvick as well is going to go through, because I mean, Harvick just every time Jay or myself seem to focus, and oh my god, he nearly turned the car head on into the outside wall.
We've also missed Tony Stewart making a pass for the lead as well, so that's a bit of a mistake right there. We missed Tony Stewart, I'm assuming maybe either capitalizing on a mistake from Dale Jarrett or just straight up having the pace carry. And that's why he's been so hard to pass. Bobby Labonte's not real hard to pass right now because he just got himself in the outside wall once again. And it's going to have a freight train of cars looking to get by him. I mean, oh my goodness, this is a line of cars right now from, what is this? Probably, 11th on back through, I don't know, all the way maybe 25th or so. I mean, this is a huge conga line at this point of cars to get past. And look, still, it's all these big name guys behind that 41 car who apparently has speed, but not enough speed to get himself outside that top, or above that top 15. Bobby Labonte in the outside wall again. My goodness, what an awful couple of laps it's been for that 18 car. He was in second about 5 laps ago. For the battle for the lead in this race again is Dale Jarrett. For a moment looked to the inside of Tony Stewart, and is actually still looking to the inside. He has the momentum down the back straightaway into turn number 3. Still now to the inside of Tony Stewart, but I think Stewart's going to get the run off turn number 4. He will, and he'll be able to retain the lead of this race. Well, there's a caution out on the track again, actually, that we have a third caution of the day here in Darlington, and I don't know where it is. Same song, different verse. This time as Bobby Labonte gets in the wall on the outside of turn 2, hits it on the back straightaway, and then gets collected with Ken Schrader, and then Bobby Hamilton comes in and finishes him off, hits him about 3 or 4 separate times, and then they both get to keep going.
Now he's going to send one, and actually he might even be able to clear that 28 on the exit of turn 4. Got a little bit close, not going to work, and actually that might be on the losing end now, because Jay, here comes that 97 to try and slip around the outside too.
I thought Rusty Wallace would have been able to, oh, well, that 97 to Kurt Busch, there he goes in the outside wall, loses all of that ground that he just made up right there, and might lose more as he got the wall once again off the exit of turn 2. Off turn 2, Kurt Busch actually still gets held up by them again, so the 9 of Bill Elliott worked past him really well, yeah, Kurt Busch, Gary, not doing so well, but you know, Bill Elliott kind of got a gift right there, kind of like his son did today in Pocono.
Yeah, that is certainly one way to put it here. Could Bill Elliott double down on the Mickey Sunday here in Darlington now as he heads in? Well, you know, okay, I thought he was about to bow to Oswald too. Well, speaking of that, 19 make that here potentially for Ricky Rudd.
Another gift for the Elliott family.
That's the official count. Yeah, another Mickey position right there. Mark Martin, but right now, I mean, the battle...
Well,
Tony Stewart has certainly made an error there. You saw him in the outside wall briefly, and he's no longer in the lead of this race, coming to 20 laps to go.
And I had just said that Tony Stewart was doing a great job of not making those mistakes, and we look away, we come back, I hear a car scraping the wall, and see that it's Tony Stewart, who just did the same exact thing that Ricky Rudd did earlier in this race to give Tony Stewart the lead. Now he gave up the lead doing that. There's absolutely nothing happening. There's going to be even less happening now, because Tony Stewart and Rusty Wallace both, who had the chance to run down the 88 of Dale Jarrett, just put themselves in the outside wall. And with 3 laps to go, as Dale Jarrett actually gets back in the outside wall once again, at this point with everybody. Oh, he put himself in the wall again, but Tony Stewart's also on the outside wall. I was just going to say, with everybody pretty much having issues and hitting the wall, I mean, we've pretty much seen everybody hit the outside wall at least twice in the last 10 or so laps. That's gifted Dale Jarrett a large lead. Even when he hit the wall right there, Tony Stewart then put himself in the outside wall, and it's probably going to be a 2-second gap as we just have 2 laps to go here in Darlington, Gary. This has been pretty much a cruise almost to the end of this race for Dale Jarrett, who puts himself in the wall again.
Do it a few more times. Is Kurt Busch in the wall? Or the 2, sorry. No, oh, he is. They're all in the wall. Everyone's hitting the... Dale Earnhardt Jr. hit the wall again.
Every single lap now, everybody's just hitting the outside wall. I don't know what has happened at the end of this race. Is Dale Jarrett's going to grab the white flag, and pretty much, as long as he doesn't clobber the outside wall and wreck himself in turn 1, which is certainly a possibility, he's going to cruise to victory here in Darlington. Final lap, final time through 1 and 2, he's not going to hit that outside wall, so that's surprising. Is going to easily come home to cruise to his first victory of the season, lock himself into the playoffs, and get a fantastic result here in Darlington. Dale Jarrett is a winner in this 2002 season. Rusty Wallace is going to finish 2nd, Tony Stewart 3rd. Dale Jr. finally gets a really good finish. He finishes 4th, and that's Jimmy Spencer inside the top 5, by the way. I don't know how to describe this race other than just wacky and way off what we would expect. Everybody was slapping the wall. I don't think there was one single car who didn't hit the wall here today in Darlington. And it gave us an interesting finish to this race with Dale Jarrett slapping the wall almost lap after lap and still was able to win by 2.7 seconds. And what that does is bring us up to 10 different winners now in 12 races. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, I would appreciate it a ton if you'd hit that like button. If you'd leave a comment as well, tell me what you thought of the race. But I will see you guys next week for the next episode of our 2002 season. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a great rest of your day, night, evening, whenever you're watching. Goodbye.